Hello, Sanbonani Dumelang, and welcome to yet another thought provoking episode of Essence, which is my initials ASS, trying to make sense of this crazy world. Today's topic is rather kind of sad, dark, and deep, and controversial in a way. And I don't mean to be, but I mean to start conversation. I'd love to trigger conversation. Today we're talking death, and the question that we're posing is, why is it that when I'm alive and I am in hospital, struggling, suffering, and even if I'm not in hospital, but when I am alive, no one really cares. But the minute people hear that I have died, suddenly everybody's got a heartbeat. They feel, they hashtag, they want to contribute. Where were you when I was alive? That's the question that we're posing. But before we get into it, Dianazi, you like to come for me. So I am sensitive. I am going to do one nice disclaimer and then we'll get into the topic. This is Essence. Mwah. I'm putting there a disclaimer. I am saying, please don't come for me. I'm very sensitive. I just want to have normal conversations with you. Let us converse. Don't come for my teeth. Don't come for my beauty. Don't come for my tavern voice. Just come at me or for me. When we are discussing the facts, guys, I've already been ruined. I'm a victim. You see, when I was in standard 3, I'm revealing my age. Grade is grade what? That one, grade 5. Yeah, it's grade 5. A1, A, B, 1, 2. Grade 5. Yes, I wanted to enter a beauty contest. You see, it's called Miss Standard 3 there by my school. Yes. So after school, I went to my mother's place of work, and I asked her to buy me a nice dress. I asked this woman knowing that she can afford to buy me a dress. I will tell you why as we go along. So I asked this woman to please buy me a dress, my mother. And then my mother said to me, hey, don't waste my time. I'm not going to buy no dress for someone who's not going to win a beauty contest. Go away. So what I'm trying to say, I've been trying to build this self-esteem. Don't crush it, but come crush the mind. We can change the mind. We can, readdress it with knowledge, and then it can be fine. But my teeth, I'm not putting braces. You can go and forget. I'm not going to change my voice. You can go and forget. Anyways, the whole idea here is that you don't come for me because I won't come for you. And for you to understand the topic is for you to then sit down, breathe in, and say a few mantras to silence the ego, because it is the only way you're going to be able to get today's topic. This is Essence. The disclaimer is done. We are coming back. Welcome back. It is Essence, as I was saying, and our topic of discussion today is death. And the question that we're asking is, why is it that when people die, they have a certain level and way of importance that they did not possess when they were alive? That is a question that we want to know. I want to know, and the only way I can do it is if we talk face to face, child of God to child of God, child of Lozi, child of Lozi, child of, Okay, here, let's just talk like friends. Here it is, just giving you a scenario, not based on a true story. Please don't get personal with me. All right, so here I am. I'm in hospital. I have some disease that possibly in everyone's mind, yes, the Englishman. English is gone because we don't read. So the English goes away. But here I am in hospital, and I have a condition that makes people believe that I might be fine. I'll get out of hospital, or even if I have a life or long-term condition. And then I get a call from my friend. I'll give her a name. I'll call her Apple. Apple is from Cape Town, and me, I'm based in Joburg. Apple calls me to say, how are you, my friend? And I'm like, hey, my friend, I'm dying. Hiri. The doctors say A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, and A and G. And then my friend says to me, hey, my friend, I wish I could come and see you, but we are see more. You know how things are. The rand is doing its thing. The petrol is doing its thing. The bread is doing its thing. The corona is doing its thing. The lockdown and the retrenchment. You know, stories and stories and stories, but I can't come and see you. But you are in my heart. I hope you are fine. That's what my friend will tell me, right? Okay. Then 2 days later, I die. When I die, mtase, a party starts. It's like all of the people that knew me, even the friends I knew from standard 3, ever, even the ones I knew from standard 3, who I entered Miss Standard 3 beauty contest with, because I eventually entered, even if my mother didn't want to buy me a dress, I bought it. I didn't buy it. I wore an other dress that she bought, because she always bought me nice dresses, silly girl. Anyways, so now when I die, as I was saying, but that's even the friend from standard 3, they will all, okay, let's leave them, the other ones. Let's focus on the friend, Apple. So, Apple, I am telling you the truth of the matters. Apple will have the spend to buy a plane ticket suddenly to come and see me, to come and bury me. I'm dead now, I can't speak. But she will go to African Bank or Standard Bank or FNB or and go and get a loan if she has to, because she cannot miss out on my death reunion, because she has to go and show her friends that she's doing well on my account. So Apple will suddenly have money to go and buy a flight. She will suddenly have money to hire a car when she gets to Joburg. She will suddenly have spend for a hotel when she gets to Joburg. She will suddenly have spend for booze when she gets to Joburg for the after tears. But Apple did not even send me a lousy e-wallet through a friend or a cousin who is in local and central when I was in hospital to buy me a mageu. Amageu ne apile. That's all. Mageu, which is fermented milimil. All right, just to sustain me and keep me. But when I'm dead, no man. She even has money to go and get herself the best black designer suit. The nice stockings, you know, fishnet, those nice ones with a line, you know, that makes your leg look like a. And she's there by my funeral looking like a superstar on my account. So I am asking, if you were not in my life when I was in the most desperate of times, why then do you suddenly feel a need to come and pay your last respects when I am dead? That is a question that we are asking. And we will be back, because I need to go and get some water and drink, because this topic is making me thirsty. Welcome back. This is Essence, and yes, we are discussing the topic of death, wanting to know as to why people capitalize. Yes, that is the English word. I got it right, mama. That is the word. Why do people capitalize on people's death when they did not matter, when they were not even an extra, let alone a starring in the movie, the reality of a person? But when they are dead, nana, they want to catch the stardom. They want to be okay, so I'm going to go buy alcohol. I'm going to buy alcohol. You guys are going to turn me into an alcoholic, because the things that happen on this earth, hey, sometimes they leave me alone feeling like this, because other people are doing the opposite of what I feel. So that means they don't see what I see. Hence, I'm having this discussion. Okay, I'll give you nice examples. Very nice examples, Matasekai. Okay, one example, Mama Winnie Mandela. Mama Winifred, I think. I hope. Please don't sue me. I don't have 500,000. Mama Winnie Nomzamo Madikizela Mandela. The Queen. Long live. She didn't die. She certainly multiplied and multiplied. Okay. That's what we said. And I remember there was even a movement and a trend where I think, please don't come at me and sue me. I said, I think, allegedly, I'm not sure I am saying. I think there was a movement whereby the ladies were wearing, I think, black dukes or were wearing dressed in black. I can't remember because there were so many things that were happening at that time. Even politically, some people were dressed in red for EFF, that type of thing. There was just quite a lot of conflict, I think, around the time. So but I remember, I think the ladies, they did that. They wore the black dukes, and they did the whole "she didn't die, she multiplied" hashtag wara wara wara. So now I am asking you, because you cared so much, when did Umama Winnie die? This is a question posed. Don't go Google it. Answer me now. Now, put it in the comment. Don't go Google it, because if you go Google it, you are actually buying into what I'm saying. When did she die? And if, let's pretend she died last year, March, did you remember her this March? Let's pretend she died in February. Did you remember her this February? And if she died, how many years has she died? A very good question. I'm just asking because I don't think it was last year. I don't think it was last year. Was it last year? See, even me, I don't know. But I didn't do the thing because she's not my relative. And I don't like to ride on people's death, especially because I did not even send 50 Rand for Umama as a pensioner, Mama Win. As a pensioner, as South African citizens, Ubuntu would say, Uti, this was a struggle, stalwart, and we can see that the system has alienated her financially and whatsoever. So why don't we all, as citizens that love Umama, the ones she didn't die, she multiplied. Why don't you put 50 Rand every month, each, to make sure that we send her groceries as the mother of the nation who didn't die and multiplied? No one cared. I'm saying this, Bazalwane, why? Because the one person I know without doubt, even amongst the relatives of Mama Winnie, who had a voice and could speak about Mama Winnie, was, for instance, Uzolega Mandela. Because she loved Mama Winnie so loudly and so passionately and so, according to what I saw, she could have been pretending and milking it as well. But that is how beautiful of a relationship she had with her grandmother. Obviously, that is a relative. Okay, then let's move. If you're saying, Ati, that was a Mandela, I'll give you another example of a person. I remember just before Mama Winnie died, it could have been months, it could have been a year, it could have been anything, but the thing, the movement, the act touched me in a way you'll never understand. I remember the great, the legend, the beautiful, the woke and centered Tandi Swamazwai. Okay, shout out, sisters, shout out a lot. I thank you for loving Mama Winnie in a way you'll never understand. She posted, I think on Twitter or whatever, I don't remember, she had gone to visit to Mama Winnie and they'd spent the day together, and I don't really remember what she said, but I was just touched that she took time to go and sit at her feet and listen to what she had to say. That is a person now who can say she didn't die, she didn't melt, she didn't die, she multiplied. Because you know why? She's got the knowledge of Umama in her belly, in her mind, and the substance of Umama. There. See that one? She must be given a right to sing at Mama's funeral, definitely without invite. She must be given a right to speak about Umama at her funeral, because you know why? She knew Umama. Tina, as the other ones, as people and as citizens, we need to deal with ourselves. I'm coming back. I need to deal with myself. This is essence. We are talking death. And I'm hoping I am not insulting or offending. I'm hoping I am triggering thought. I am awakening you to how we have made death and funerals and hashtags a fashion that I don't understand. I'm going to take a water break. I need it. Been too much. Welcome back. This is Essence, and we are talking about death, asking a question that affects me, because this is Essence trying to make sense of the crazy world. So in my world, this is kind of like crazy. I am asking, why is it that when I am alive, no one cares, but when I go and meet my ancestors, suddenly I am now human? People want to come and pay their last respects. Why didn't you pay your last respects whilst I was alive? The effort of having you fly from Cape Town Airport to come and see me in hospital would have meant more to me than you coming to bury me when you don't even know if I can even hear you, if I can even understand, if even I can even appreciate those respects. Where were they when I was alive? I have a motto I live by as a human being, and I'm sorry if it's painful or it hurts, especially to the people that know me, that probably will be watching this video. If I'm sorry about that, but if, for instance, I have not been active in your life in the last, let's say 6 months, because we're all busy, we all have lives, we all have things that we're doing, stress, it's nerves, it's tough, it's rough, it's very rough, very rough. Okay, so okay, if I have not been in contact with you in the last 6 months just to check up and make an effort or send you a cold drink or whatever, I believe mna myself, not everybody else needs to do this, but I don't believe I have rights to then claim you as if I loved you passionately with desire, as if I called you every day, as if I was concerned with your well-being, as if I checked up on your children while you were in hospital, as if I came to visit and pick up your kids and take them out for ice cream just because they are depressed because their mother is in hospital. If I did not do those things, if I did not care when you are alive, and 6 months can move without me being concerned about you, the way I'm passionate about this one. I don't think Mdase, you have a right. I don't think, actually, not you. Let me, because when you're pointing like this, 3 fingers are pointing at me. Let me point at me. So I'm pointing at me because I'm making this about me. I don't have a right to come to your funeral. I don't have a right to be... In fact, no, I can't go maybe to your funeral, but I need to be very private at your funeral. I need to occupy the back seat, or maybe make up by going to cook and chop potatoes and have onion, make me cry, something. But I cannot have the front line. I cannot be the person that's going to be speaking on my behalf as though you cared. You cannot represent me vocally. Me, that is just me. As much as I would not do that to another person. If I have not seen you in 6 months, there's a high chance, I'm so sorry, unless you leave an invite in your will that I should come, there's a possibility I won't even come to your funeral, because I don't understand. If I didn't care about you alive, why must I come and do then? That's just me. We don't think the same. We don't feel the same. We don't see life the same. It is just my view, my thoughts, my point. This is Essence, the channel about ASS, me trying to make sense of the world. We are coming back, and I will try and continue if I can, or just shut it down if I can't. I'm starting to see that things are going away from my head. Okay, we'll be back. Let's take another break, drink some water, and then I'll come back and fight with you again. Okay, all right. Welcome back. It is Essence, and yes, we are discussing death. Close to closing, very close to closing. Probably this is the last segment, and then we are vying because we've got datas, we've got, I must try and help you and save at the same time. I must try and talk to you. Okay, Buffett, we are asking the question of death, asking why is it that you are capitalizing on people's death? Why is it that you suddenly want to trend and be all deep and loving and caring about me when I'm dead and I can't even read, and care about your praise and worship of me when I'm dead? Okay, so I'll give you example, Mantasi. For instance, there was a certain death of an entertainer. I'm using politicians usually, or celebrities as an example, because this is the people that we all know about. I can't exactly tell you about my aunt or my uncle. You understand? So, celebrity died, and all I know about this celebrity, when I think of her with happiness. I think of feathers, and I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want her name to be associated with sadness and controversy, because I want her to remain in peace. I mentioned Mama's name because I just wanted to drive it home, because I think it was one of those biggest shared grief, if ever it makes sense. Oh yes, even I'll give you an example. Even Nelly M. When was the last time you did nice things there for Nelly M's sake? Because you used to do it every year. You go paint schools, go give the children food, you used to do all these things. I'm talking about people who like fashion. I don't really like fashion. There are a lot of things that don't make sense to me, so I sit at home and I just observe. So, because we had corona and lockdown and what last year, did you observe? Just to observe and take the clothing to there. You don't have to hashtag agir, because maybe no one else was doing it. But when yourself as an individual who once bought into the theory of every, is it July 16 or is it June? Mandela, Mandela Day. Yeah, the ones who know, you know yourselves, the ones who did Mandela Day. I didn't hear any noise about Mandela Day last year. Yes, I understand we had lockdown, we got corona, we were wearing masks and what. But I didn't even come across one individual who at least bought the groceries and he left them at a children's home there by the gate. They didn't have to hug the children, or just because we are afraid that we are going to give each other corona. Maybe just buy how many? What is that liter is a paint? The ones you paint and take it to a old age home and leave them by the gate. Maybe I don't know, pay one guy to do it, since we can't as a community do a show and all go pay pretend as if we are painting and that we care. Do you understand? Like, why do we start and then stop? I think that's the question I want to ask Uguti. I'm expecting Uguti each and every year. We observe when Umama Winnie Mandela's death date comes along. Hey, this stress is doing other things, guys. I'm losing weight, I'm frustrated because South Africa. Anyways, yes, so okay, I was asking this question because there was a question that is very important. Oh yes, I was still telling you about this celebrity whose name I was not going to mention. She is associated with happiness, feather. When I think of her, I think of lightness, feather. I think of jokes. I look up to that woman in a way you'll never understand. And if you know me and you really know me, you know you've once told me, which I sound like her, I act like her, I behave like her before she even passed away. Now I'm in shock because she's gone, and now I have to, it's like a relay. She left the baton, we have to continue. Okay, so I associate her with lightness, happiness, everything joy, everything funny, like, you know her, you know. And then some had the audacity to then post something that was totally an opposite of what I know she would not want us to know about her. She's busy telling us this one was depressed, she was sad, hey, this, that. And the funniest thing is that this person, even on her last day, before she died, she posted happiness, she posted joy. Never did she say anything about her being unhappy with the world. Never did she say anything about, understand. And now there's this person who has not seen her she was even proud to say she has not seen her since Bob Mapena's funeral. Yes, the late Bob Mapena. When did Bob Mapena die? Okay, this lady, she passed on this year. Okay, the celebrity. So when did Bob Mapena die? For you to then say, the last time I saw you were speaking at Bob Mapena's Tonton and you were not happy. Hey, it breaks my heart that you died unhappy. 2 years, let's pretend Bob Mapena has died, and you have not caught up on me, and now you're busy spreading nonsense about me. Don't spread nonsense about me. Spread happiness about me, because that's the only thing I wanted you to know. I wanted you to think. I wanted you to be happy. I wanted you to laugh. I don't have time for sadness and what. Don't associate it. It does not associate with my brand, the one I'm trying to build, which I don't have right now. Okay, it just doesn't happen. So I'm going to come back, and then we're gonna continue. I think. No, we're gonna close it. We just have to. Mwah! It's Essence. Let's think. This is Essence, and yes, this is the last segment. We are closing. We have done what we need to do. We have done what we don't have to do. It's all nice and. So, in closing, with all the things that I've seen, the things I've observed, obviously I can't really break all of them down and tell you, but I'll tell you this. For instance, let me bring it home. I'll bring it home. Home. When my mom lost her sister, my mom's also late actually, but I don't know why I always forget to say my late mom, because her spirit still lives on. She didn't die, she truly multiplied. That girl, she's doing wonders for me. She's an ancestor, Lidlos. Anyways, yes. So when my late mom's late sister passed away, my mom was still alive at the time, and we went to her funeral. And I remember the neighbor, guys. I think I was how old when my aunt died? I think I was like 13, 14ish, I was still very young. And I remember that the neighbor, you've got that thing, good program, you have to speak on behalf of the neighbors, school friends, I don't even want that program. I don't. I will program myself who must speak, and no one. And actually the program is that at my funeral no one speaks. If you didn't say it when I was alive, don't speak. Anyways, okay. So the lady then had to speak on my aunt. Everything that she said was not heard. All I heard was my aunt used to come to her today to come and borrow 20 rand. And then the next day, when she had a problem, she would come and borrow 100 rand. Then the other day, she would come and borrow 50 rand. So basically, when she was done finishing representing my aunt, all I could hear was that my aunt basically owed her money. And this one was trying to tell us, when the coffin goes 6 feet and you put the soil, I want my money back. She gave us a breakdown of every cent my aunt borrowed from her. That is someone who is representing you as a neighbor. Nothing about how sweet you are, nothing about how kind you are. You are a nuisance financially, basically, to her. Now she wants her money back. That is the thing that I got. And I said to myself, no one without my permission will ever speak at my funeral. Basically, this is my now program. If we have not spoken in 6 months, as I said earlier on, don't come and I will not blame you. Rather, don't pretend. If I was the last person to probably speak to you, or you are the last person to come and visit me and make an effort, especially if you're Apple and you're coming from Cape Town, you have a chance to at least maybe say something at my memorial. But as I was saying, at my funeral, in fact, even at my memorial, guys, I would love people to play that song. There's one tune that I really love by Bach. I think it's Bach. You know, these friends of Beethoven and all of them. It's a classic. I think that the title of it is called Wind. With a violin. You must just do this one. Ooh, I can't sing. I lost my voice. Ooh. Ooh. That's the only thing I want. That instrument, observe for maybe 10 minutes, put me there or burn me and put my ashes away. And that's it. No, she was kind, she was loving, she was what she's no. If you didn't send me a message and say thank you for being in my life while I was alive, it's not going to happen when I am dead. I am not giving anybody credit. And I'm saying this because I know I'm special. I know I'm special. And I know how people have taken advantage of me as a human being whilst I was alive when they thought I could not fight for myself. How much more? And they're taking advantage of you because they can see your light, they can see your shine, they know that you're going to go somewhere. So they want to hook and hitch. So now, if you're special, when you're dead, they're still going to want to hook and hitch on my name. Hashtag rest in peace. You will see a tornado post about me. You will see a tornado if we have not had a relationship, if we were not intimate, if we were not close, if you did not care about my well-being. Post about me. Speak about me. Speak about me or for me at my funeral. The tent is going to fly in the air. You will see in Kanyamba, Baba. The things are going to happen. Hey, you will see things that you've never seen. If you've never seen a wind blowing people away, that is what will happen. Because I will not practice me, myself, and I'm not saying that you guys are. I do not practice hypocrisy. If I didn't like you, no care when you were alive, didn't call you, I ain't gonna go and be there. I can't take front line. If anything, if it hurts so much and I have to go and prove that you are gone, I have to take the back seat. So don't milk people's deaths, guys. I don't know. Maybe it helps other people. Maybe it strokes other people's egos. Maybe other families, they enjoy seeing you guys celebrate and wara. You post my picture and I'm dead. You might be dead yourself. Yeah, I will ask all my ancestors to go and visit your ancestors and ask them to take you because you are wasting and messing up my joy in death. This is Essence, and it's been a wonderful time. Please don't come at me like I told you guys. My mother, she refused to buy me a dress. So you can't tell me I'm ugly. Don't tell me about my veins on my neck. Don't tell me about the bones. Don't tell me about what I've just told you now. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? Because, you see, you can't tell me that I'm ugly because my mother already, she didn't want to waste her money and buy me a dress to enter a beauty contest. So already, self-esteem was a job and a responsibility to build to get to where I am. But as I'm saying, I can't change these ones. They were made by God. But you see the content in the head, I can try. If you can come with something and teach me and enlighten me and say, Ati, as Africans, this is what we think and this is what we know about death. This is how we practice things and wara. We can have a conversation. But if you're going to say, shut up with your tavern voice. If you're going to say, you don't like my ugly yellow teeth, you're wasting your time. you are going to be dooming an already doomed child, because my inner child was already messed up. It's been a wonderful time. My name is Ati Cloke. This is Essence. And yes, on the next episode of Essence, we are going to have our very first guest. Halal! Ugogo, Umkulu, Utogoza, Tamagu, a woman I look up to and respect, humble, sweet, polite. We will be talking Umuti in opposition to modern medicine on the next episode. So please be there and be square, as we are going to be sharing our first episode with a guest. Actually, I was trying to be exciting, then I lost words. It's the English. Okay, so we're going to have a guest and it's going to be a wonderful time. Can't wait. This is Essence, as I said. My name is Ati Cloke. Umntana kaNqetho. Umzukulu, umtshana okaNqetho onjilo. That is me. Umntakayolo, South Mayolo, wayesaziwa ke Mthatha. Kodwa ke ngoku akasekho. Ndiyanithanda ke.